Nugent on the beat. It's the rundown, everything you need to know. It's the rundown, everything you need for show. It's the rundown, and I ain't even capping on this. Crypto blood covering every topic on this. Welcome to the show, who didn't let me go? Breaking down the facts, there's more you need to know. Crypto politics and culture, always keep it real. Teaching you the truth, showing you how I feel. Staying forward with me, and I break it down with ease. Every single day, bringing expertise. Current events and trends, I analyze with care. Knowledge is the power that we all can share. Yeah, y'all, hit that like button. Share the stream, and join the team. And you already know what the fuck going on. Shout out to my nigga Crypto Blood.
Yo, it's Crypto Blood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are on point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just Bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's my Crypto Blood, Twisted Toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Rice TVX, the mic's live wire. American Pitbull, real gold buyer. Sound money advocate, rights defender in the crypto arena.
Okay. Ready? Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. Okay.
That's right, ladies and gents. We're doing it live. Welcome to another trading session with yours truly, Crypto Blood. We got D Fuentes in the house. Let's get the roll call out the way. Jeremy Galloway says, when did silver go to 128? It's at 107 now. Highest I saw was 117. Oh my lord. I'm going to show you where it went to 128, Jeremy Galloway. Just stick around. I'm sure you can figure it out by now. You kind of got the context clues. Silver and gold are telling a story people don't want to hear. The empire is on a decline, which means social barriers that are in place are going to decline heavily next. I agree 100%. De Fuente says varies on source you're being polled. But hey, I'll go ahead and tell you right now, brother, where it is currently sitting at. 128 is over in, you guessed it, no other than Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen. 128.45. I think it got even higher than that. Listen, the jig is up. I'm just gonna let you, the jig is up, ladies and gentlemen. We can no longer suppress the price. Any dips are going to be ripped. They're going to be bought. And can't keep suppressing it over here in the West anymore, man. It's over. So you're really getting it at a discount. The Mint has told you. I have to show this every time. The U.S. Mint website is telling you where, it's telegraphing where we are going. I try to show this every stream. U.S. Mint is telling you where silver is going, and it's going to at least 150. At least 150, I would say. In my opinion, we're going somewhere near, you know, we got 170 on these American Eagles. I would say 150 would be the minimum. No, sir. No, sir. Not here. Here is fake. We live in, Jim Carrey is one of my favorite movies. is the Truman Show. We live in the Truman Show over here in the West, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Truman Show. Dave P in the building. It's amazing how clueless most people are to what's happening. It is very amazing. But it's actually at the same time not. Because, man, the sheeple are the masses, ladies and gentlemen. The sheeple are the majority. So it is your responsibility to, you know, protect your family and inform your family as much as possible so they're not in the sheeple crowd. XRP Junkie is in the building. What's going on, brother? All right, so today, man, we're going to look at the rundown on silver, Bitcoin. Bitcoin just spiked. We got Bloodalytics on deck. Make sure you check out bloodalytics.com. Bloodalytics.com. Link in the description below. Scalpalytics Pro is on deck. I missed the trade just a moment ago as I was setting up. I was literally short on Ethereum, and I missed my damn trade long. Scalpalytics Pro didn't miss it, though. Scalpalytics Pro did not miss this trade at all. We take a look here. Ethereum flopped and groped, went short this morning right out the gate, and momentum was building. And ladies and gentlemen, we took off. We took off like a rocket. Went short at the beginning of the session. Turned around at 11:03. I was literally getting my coffee together and did not trigger or get ahead of this play right here, man. Look at that. Look at God. Look at God, ladies and gentlemen. He went long there. Took 50% of our profits here. And we're letting the rest run right now on Scalpalytics Pro. Bloodalytics.com is the place to be to get that. Who else we got in the building today? It's a man. Yeah, we got Dave. Jeremy says, yeah, my family thinks I'm crazy. How do you think the U.S. looks after collapse of old system? It's actually not going to collapse how you think, my friend. It's not going to look how you think. It's not the end of the fiat dollar and all that. That's a little bit hyperbolic, in my opinion. A little bit hyperbolic. I think the U.S. looks like, after this transition, probably into a more fiat-backed, or I should say precious metal-backed, semi-backed, maybe pseudo-backed, somewhat backed currency system. It looks like, what the U.S. looks like is everyone living well below current conditions. You're going to see a balancing of Eastern culture or societies and the Western. We've been basically siphoning all the wealth from all of the Eastern nations for so long, and that is starting to shift. I mean, we're seeing the quality of life here in the United States and other countries in the West declining over the years. It's just not, this is nothing new. This is nothing new, right? So you're going to just see a increase or acceleration in the decline of quality of life here in the United States. Much more closer to and back around the mean. Most people in this world don't live well, ladies and gentlemen. Poverty line. I know, you know, that can be kind of subjective, but you know, a lot of people don't live that well. Yeah, exactly. I know you know. I know you know, brother. I know you know. House of Trades in the building. What's going on, bro? I got my soundboard working again. It's actually working yesterday. I just couldn't hear it. I could not hear it. Let's take a quick look at what we got going on over here on CNBC. S&P rises to record high. Like shit ain't nothing wrong in the world. Insane. Absolutely insane. Lasers go pew pew in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah, we live in debt. We live in a debt-based system. And these precious metals, physical, is outside the debt system, right? You can't loan something that is in your hands. So this is why you're seeing gold, and you will see crypto do well, but we got to flush out Mr. Michael Strategy first. Mr. Sailor himself has to get slaughtered first. But once he's slaughtered, then we can move forward. MNAV on strategy is coming down a little bit. It's at 1.07 now. Still hovering around that 1, which is not good. Fear in greed index up a little bit today. We're at 35 today. I think we were hovering around 20. Well, maybe not. Where were we yesterday? We were at 40 something. So maybe we're coming down. I can't tell. Yeah, I think we were at 32 yesterday, or 28. But yes, Ethereum Scalpalytics trade looking good right now. Got a pop about half an hour ago, 20 minutes ago. We'll see how the Bitcoin one plays out. It was short from this morning's session over in Europe. London zone went short. Took 50% of your profits here. And then turned around and went long. So probably just about a break even. Maybe a slight loss on this. It looks like it would have been just about a break even because we didn't get to the stop loss. We crossed the bloodline before we got there. So I'm thinking this is a break even scenario. Again, I didn't trade that one this morning, but we are now long. And if you, hey, here's your free trade for today. You want to go long on Bitcoin, complimentary of Scalpalytics Pro, go ahead and do it right now. Because we're below entry. There are only 2 rules to use Scalpalytics. Trade around the US Open, and you know, you might get a couple flop and gropes. Depends on the day. Nothing's perfect, but trade around the US time zone. Flop or grope maybe, but just stick to it. Keep your trade sizes proportionate to your account. Don't go balls deep. Okay, and then secondly, never enter a trade unless you're at entry or below entry. Meaning, if we went long here, you enter here or below to keep your dollar cost basis low, and then keeps your risk reward in line. So if we were heading higher like this earlier, I would not have chased that and bought there, because see, we're going back there now. Wait for the pullback if we get one. If we don't, no worries. Don't worry about it. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving. You know, you got to keep it moving, man. So you won't get every trade. You're not gonna make all the money. It just is what it is. You're chasing ghosts at that point. Chasing ghosts. So just have some patience, be disciplined, and you'll be fine. Man, I tell you, this damn... Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get this lighter together. Got to get this. Hit the like button, ladies and gents. I'm filling her up right now. That's what he said. Filling her up right now. Let's try this again. I think this lighter might be going out. No, it's good to go. It's good to go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I got to have my coffee and my cigar to start the morning. All right, here we go. All right, so now we are ready to roll. I want to show you guys really quickly what's going on. Big day, big week. Tomorrow's a big week. We charge. I haven't seen you in a while, brother. How are you, man? I hope all is well. Happy New Year to you. You said we're going to be living like Brazilians soon. Very close. Maybe not that bad, but I mean we've been seeing it, right? The quality of life, or quality of life has been on the decline, I would say, since really the 70s. When Nixon took us off the standard, it was slow and it's just been accelerating. Right? That's really what's going on. It was a slow drip and it continued to accelerate. And now it's really noticeable. Right? Now it's really noticeable. Average price for a new home buyer, 41 years old. Shit like that. Like, diabolical. And my kids' generation, there won't be an average house, average age for first time home buyer. They just won't be buying homes. They won't be buying homes, bro. Yes, man. Hit them booties, man. Smack those like booties right now, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. Mr. Sakila. Yep. Me and Mike from RTD talked about silver being a tier 1 asset. Next, tomorrow, though, guys, big week. Big week. Tomorrow, we have FOMC. Now, I'm pretty sure we're getting a pause on those draws. No rate cut, in my opinion, at all tomorrow. Trump ruined that. Absolutely ruined that. So no cut tomorrow. No cut tomorrow. But it still might be volatile. We got to see what Jerome Powell actually mentions in the FOMC statement, or the press conference he makes. Might get some shock and awe statements or not. But that's where it's probably going to happen, because I don't see a cut happening tomorrow. Okay? No cut tomorrow, in my opinion. Again, Jeremy asked, where are you getting this 128? This is where we're getting the Shanghai. The real price or closer to the price. I can't even say this is the real price. Hell, they want to suppress it too, but at least, they're strategically allowing it to be a larger gap than where it is over on the COMEX. So we got Shanghai price, silver price at, whoa, what happened there? Gotta zoom out. At 128.45 at the moment. Bitcoin is currently, let's refresh, just above unch. It's up for the year 0.9%. Now it's interesting because I got a little tidbit. I got a little tidbit. Let's see if I can find it. Silver officially outperforms Bitcoin by 50% over the last 5 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. How do y'all feel about that fact there? Is that something you should be, like, concerned about? Silver's return, 300%. Bitcoin's return over 5 years, 199%. A lot of the gain came all from last year. Bitcoin was down 14%. Silver, whopping 245%, ladies and gentlemen. That's wild, as WeCharge says. That's pretty crazy. Though, I agree. I think what Lasers is saying, silver can't sustain this type of performance. I agree. I think that this move is parabolic. First of all, we can all agree with that. It's a parabolic move in silver. It will slow down at some point. I think we got maybe another $50 to $100 to go, though, before we get a slowdown and a repricing of silver. Now, on the other hand, we know how crypto and we know how Bitcoin can be. It can go. It can really go. However, what you guys have to realize is that Bitcoin is a barometer of liquidity. So if liquidity is drying up in the U.S. banking system, the underpinnings of the economic financial system here in the West, if liquidity is drying up, which it is, banks aren't lending to you and I. Banks aren't lending to, mid-sized, mid-tier companies or whatnot. Banks are lending to the Fed. They're lending to the Fed. So that means liquidity is coming out of the markets. They're lending to the Fed. The Fed is going to buy bonds. It's a big-ass Ponzi scheme. Shout out to the big-ass Ponzi scheme. But yes, I think it just depends on the liquidity situation. If the liquidity situation is going to dry up, Bitcoin and cryptos will continue to underperform. They will. They will continue to underperform. So that's what you got to watch for. That's what you have to watch for. But I thought I would show that. I thought that was insane. Little factoid there. Bitcoin has been outperformed by silver. Never thought I would see that. I'm going to be honest with you. Never thought I would see that in a 5-year time frame. Insane. Absolutely insane. Let's take a look at this poly market. Bet. Oh, this is good. I like picking on MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy announces a over 1,000 Bitcoin purchase between January 27th and February 2nd. Polymark says it's an 83% chance that they will announce 1,000 Bitcoin purchase between January 27th, which is today, and February 2nd. I might have to put my money where my mouth is on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying, I don't think. Listen, they did actually just buy some more. They announced that they bought some more over, from last week. They come out with these announcements. Again, I give them an A for effort. I give them a D for delusional. That's how about that? I give them a D for delusional. Man, 50 billion spent on Bitcoin, and this is where Bitcoin's price is. So just imagine you exclude MicroStrategy from the equation. Where would Bitcoin be today? Bitcoin would be a hell of a lot lower. $50 billion of purchasing lower. X $50 billion of purchasing lower. Insane. So really they haven't sold anything. So really, the price of Bitcoin actually is a little skewed right now. It should probably be much lower, at least 50% lower. So y'all take that how you want. Not financial advice, but we might see a little repricing and back to equilibrium soon with Bitcoin before we get the next move up. I said that we will see, and let me just go back to this chart here. We shall see a positive year for Bitcoin. By December, we should be above where we are right now, above $88,000. 88 roughly is the high water mark, if you want to call it that. Not really high water mark, but the watermark, the open for the year of January 2026. So no matter what happens this year, up, down, and around, I think eventually Bitcoin by the end of the year will be positive. Because we've personally, you look at the data, we've never seen 2 consecutive years of negative returns with Bitcoin. If we get one, oh boy, Chris Dwayne. What the hell happened to that guy, man? Oh my God. Sure glad I started stacking silver back in the day. Chris Dwayne days, bro. Yes, man. What happened to that dude? He kind of got slaughtered when Bitcoin ripped. See, I'm an old school crypto, silver, precious metal guy myself, man. I remember Chris Dwayne. I remember all those guys, man. Insane. Bill Holter. I just saw Bill Holter last week on an interview. Haven't seen him in ever. And all the PMs, all the gold bugs and silver bugs are coming out the ground. Resurrection. It is here. The rapture is here. Japan dissolves parliament, surely driving the metals. Japan is a strategic third leg in the entire Western banking. They sure are. If they raise rates to 1% as they want, that could be a systematic event. Absolutely. Shadow ban out of existence. Oh, I know how that feels. Welcome to the club, or actually I should say thank you for inviting me, because he got shadow banned well before I did. Does he still make content? Possibly. Monero, the next Bitcoin? Possibly. So I just wanted to show you guys that, Bitcoin, I think, will still end the year positive, but it will have to go through the valley of death first. This is out of Crypto Rover. I thought this was interesting. Well opens a $36 million silver short with 25x leverage. Liquidity or liquidation level is at 125. Ooh, that bold move right there, brother. That is a bold move. People saying he is never getting liquidated. Bro, like, what I don't understand is that the U.S. Mint has told you where silver is going. Like, I don't understand how we are even having this conversation. He's going to get liquidated. He's going to get liquidated. Drop a 1 in the chat if you think he's going to get liquidated. This guy put a $36 million silver short on the table with a liquidation price of 125. Let me know. Drop a 1, liquidation. Drop a 2. He's going to make some money. We don't know where his exit is, his plan to exit, but yeah, let me know how you guys feel about that one. Now, that's crazy. Laser says 1. Mustafa has like 1,000 ones. A-Rock 1. Lasers 1. Chase straddling both the long and shorts. Yeah, JP Morgan is not in trouble. There's another bank that's in trouble. It's not JP Morgan. Yeah, Jeremy, not enough money to make a significant difference or dent in the markets. 36 million is not enough. That's light work in the commodities world. So this is for personal gain only. Chase straddling both the long and the short. Yeah, for sure. Silver short nuts going to get clipped, brother. Come on, man. B of A? You think B of A is in trouble? I don't know who it is. Okay, my assumption, I'm hearing rumblings that it's HSBC. That's what I'm hearing. Silver Shield collection. I'm sure, man, all the OG silver guys are coming out the woodworks. I'm sure. I'm sure. Check this out. Excellent tidbit here. Using shadow stats, 1980s silver high of $50. If we adjust that to inflation, silver should be at 1639, ladies and gentlemen. 1639. That sounds more like it. Not gonna lie. Now, are they gonna allow it to get to that point? They can't stop it. The cat is out the bag, ladies and gents. 1639 an ounce on silver. If you adjust with using shadow stats, that's Mike, what's his name? Mr. Williams over at shadowstats.com. Man, 1639 for an ounce of silver. He said you're seeing people use CPI data to say inflation adjusted silver from the 1980s high is 200 plus. This is wrong. This is wrong. Instead, I prefer shadow stats as I believe it's more accurate. I do agree with that representation of a true inflation. If you're trying to decide if $115 silver is too expensive or the top is in, just know you are nowhere near the top. You're still super early. This sounds like Bitcoin. People are just like, it's the same shit, just different religion. Same shit, different religion, ladies and gents. Insane. This is the same stuff we used to say in crypto. They start doing all these numbers and then you think you're late, you're nowhere. Let me show you the S curve. Here's an S curve, and we're right here. We're right here on the S curve with Bitcoin. Man, it's crazy, man. Every market has a top and a bubble. So silver will have a bubblish territory. Gold will get bubbly. They all have their bubble because that's what markets do. They get out of equilibrium to this upside and the downside, both ways. Doesn't and every market is susceptible to it. Okay, so S curve, motherfucker. Crypto Crank, bro. I did not see a DM from you. I checked yesterday, man. So you might have sent it to the wrong Crypto Blood. It's Crypto Blood _ on X, my friend. Crypto Blood _ Yeah, Mr. Tequila. Comex and LBMA are done. 1639 will blow past that. Listen, he's just saying that's where we should be tonight. Or the high. Okay, no. That's where the high was adjusted for inflation in 1980. That was the high. So we would have to, at minimum, get to 1639. 1738. Fetty Wap. Shout out to Fetty Wap. He's home. We have to at least get to 1738, i.e. 1639, in order to say we're at a top or even match the top that we saw in 1980, is what he's saying. We need 126 likes. Shadow bans are no joke. Man, bro, it doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Well, silver should be at 500. Not happening. Just wait, bro. This move, I mean, we're early. All this kind of started in, Excuse me. All this started in like November. November of this year. All of this started in November of this year, ladies and gents. That's when it started ripping. I mean, of last year. November of last year is when it all started ripping. Very early. I just can't say that this is a top because there hasn't been an extended. What did I just show y'all? What did I just show y'all? I'm doing what we in the Bitcoin crypto markets, what we did. Where's the S curve? I'm gonna have to make an S curve. I'm just gonna use this shit, right? I'm gonna use this for the S curve. We're right here in the S curve, ladies and gentlemen. We're right here in the S curve, ladies and gents. Insane. Here's one from Income Sharks. Well, this guy's responding to it. He says silver is currently trading at 105. Wrong. 115 or 109, wherever we're up over 12% this week, he says. While that 260% pump maps perfectly to the ETH 2025 chart, the drivers are different. I agree. ETH's 5-month sprint in 2025 was pure risk on liquidity. What did I tell you guys? Crypto is a direct barometer of liquidity. Silver's 10-month grind is an inflation hedge and a risk-off bid playing catch-up to gold. I agree. The gold-silver ratio has compressed to 48. This tells us silver is getting expensive relative to gold, often a signal that the precious metals rally is entering its latter. Man, you just don't listen to Crypto Blood. We are not in the latter part of shit. This party is just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, so why do you think XRP price not going higher despite all the banks and institutions adopting it? What banks and institutions are adopting it? No, so here's my thesis on XRP. Speculatively, I don't know where the hell it's going to go. I mean, if liquidity is there, it'll go wherever it wants to go. It'll go where it needs to go, where it wants to go, right? If liquidity is there, it can go up higher. However, banks are not going to use an open source, some semi-open source, whatever it is. It is not going to use a network where it doesn't have complete total control over it. So their IT infrastructure, they want something that's proprietary, built in-house from the ground up, complete control over. This is why FedNow has built their own system for interbank communication and transfers. FedNow didn't use XRP. It didn't use, it can't, for damn sure couldn't use XRP, Ethereum. And for that matter, the best one out there to be able to handle any type of robust throughput is Solana at 1,000 TPSs, and I don't think that's even robust enough. I don't think that's good enough. So they're going to build their own proprietary systems and run probably on top of FedNow system, which is not any of the blockchain coins that we own. Think about this. Why would they ever empower and give anyone as a nobody, anybody that's a common person, why would they give us an upper hand and utilize a system that, knowing if they use it, will cause massive value increase in that token? They'll never do it. They will never do it, brother. You know the game. You know how they do, bro. They're never going to use it. Yeah, ain't gonna happen, bro. Japan gotta worry about their damn bonds. and their currency. F having Ripple integrated. No. The West will not use it. Don't know about, Japan, but I'm talking about like the West. They're not using it, bro. They're never going to use it. They're using Fed now. That would be redundant in my opinion. Just my opinion. But that would be redundant because they've already built Fed now, which is locked and loaded and ready to explode it. Locked and loaded and already exploded, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so silver has surged 11%, marking its biggest spike since 2008, signaling a rotation toward hard assets, while Bitcoin remains stagnant around 88. The gold-silver ratio is at 47. Silver's new status as a high beta macro play. Tomorrow's FOMC could shift capital flows back. Interesting. Interesting. Well, send me a crypto crank, send me another message so I can have it at the top, and I'll go in there and look after the stream, my friend. So that's where we are currently, ladies and gentlemen. Bloodalytics still out here placing trades, shaking hands and kissing babies. So we're just kind of waiting to see what how this Bitcoin play pans out. Ethereum's doing well, still rallying. We caught all of this leg up with Scalpalytics Pro. This is available to you as well at bloodalytics.com. Go sign up. Upgrade coming maybe by the end of this week. You'll have the ability to filter time zones, so basically allow trades to happen during X amount of times. Like from a programmable standpoint, excuse me. So you don't have to like do it yourself, like, visually just say, okay, I'm not going to trade until XYZ. You can now filter it to say only trade, and Crypto Blood says, during the open and at the close of US session, we kind of scale out and close out of our trades. You'll have that ability to do that. That's coming soon. Also, we have the Silver's Futures pack on deck. That's for COMEX, 15-minute chart, available for all Scalpalytics members. Got to be a member first. That's it. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hit the like button on the way out. I have a guest on maybe later this week or next week. Got some guests lined up, so that should be very, very entertaining. Hope you guys saw my last guest, Magic Internet Money. He's an elite trader. Excellent stream with him. I'll try to get Mike from RTD back on. He's a silvers guy, silver and gold guy. I've been preaching it for years, well before I even started my channel. So I'll have to get him back on to get his update on the silver and gold markets. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. I'm out of here. Holla.
Chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Okay.
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.